Ryan Kelly has been down this road before with a number of quarterbacks. So asking him about how Anthony Richardson's kind of adjusting to the adversity and how personally he takes it, I think it's a good line of questioning for Ryan Kelly. And I think that Ryan Kelly, he's kind of a grown man in that room. I like the way he thinks about competing, the way he thinks about football, the way he thinks about kind of the long-term process of this team and Anthony Richardson getting better. I hope it comes to pass because, look, it's mid-September. We got another 3.5 months of this. They better get this crap turned around because at some point, people after last year, after the year before that, and the year before that, people are going to go, don't I have something better to do with my time and attention than continue to devote it and money, devote it to this team, this franchise?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough sledding at times throughout the day. I think I was just talking about it with Larry. It was like 23 season. We established ourselves as a great run team, right? And I think that was the trademark and still is. I think every team is going to come to us with some kind of wrinkle, some kind of pressure or different, defensive front to alleviate that run game. Um, and so I think we had some great wrinkles in there, not just the zone game that we're known for, but a little misdirection. And even when they had blitzes picked up, you know what I mean? Just watching JT find the holes and being patient with that is the reason why he's, the best back in the league, in my opinion.
And then one quick follow-up. I actually saying this just a few minutes ago, but when it comes to AR, you've been around him more than anybody else as far as the communication you all have and things like that. In moments like this, when it's kind of tough sledding right now, how do you think his leadership, his character will, I guess, be realer, if that makes sense? It's easy to come in and say, "Oh, I got to be better," whatever, after he had the plays he had last week. But now I'm leaning on him as a leader going forward.
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw it after the game was, just upset, right? I think we were all leaving that stadium not feeling very good, but he's a guy that wears his emotion on his sleeve, right? He wants to win. He wants to play great for the team, the same way we all do. I think that's why he was the 5th overall pick, right? And he's the guy for us. And so, what I expect from him going forward is, it just his best effort, right? And that's everybody top to bottom, from the first guy to the 53 guy, and especially AR. I mean, nobody cares about his game more than he does, right? His preparation goes into it. The way he leads in the huddle, certainly, things, if it could have gone wrong, it went wrong, right, yesterday. But I think the way we saw, a small detail was in the second half, coming out and putting a drive together. When the quarterback, with his inexperience, could have just tanked it. I think he really showed how much he cares about this team.
Jake?
Hey, Ryan. So you guys obviously have Matt Eberflus coming up. How careful do you have to be? You've got a million reps against him and practice and everything. How careful do you have to be measuring what you already know about him from that experience with what he's kind of laid down in Chicago?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a couple years, but I think there's enough guys in the team that played against his style of defense for a couple years and practicing against it every single day. I think certainly gives us a good idea of who they are, right? It's different personnel. I watched them a little bit last night. They're a good front seven. I mean, they really the core of that defense is movement, creating negative plays up front, rushing the passer. I know he's going to have a lot of third down. So for us, avoiding third and long is going to be huge for us and running the football efficiently and handling movement. And I think that's, he's a detailed coach when he was here. So I'm sure he's taking that as being a head coach. So they'll have a good plan for us. But I told you guys too, it all comes down to what we do, right? It's about, you're going to see 8 different defenses throughout the year, whether it's we just control what we do and we'll go out there and be successful.
JJ?
Ryan, as somebody who's been a part of, so many starts to seasons here in Indy, how do you put 0-2 into perspective at this time of year?
Yeah, there's 15 more to go. You know what I mean? It's not the way we wanted to start the season. I think if you watch some of the film, it's never as good or never as bad, right? You kind of stay in the middle. You don't ride the wave. 18 we started 1-5 and go to the playoffs, right? That's the long road to go. It's not the way you want to start, but I think if there's anything I've learned is it's a long season, right? And it's the team that climbs like this, right? If you keep climbing like that and you keep getting better every single week, you're playing your best ball in November, December. That's what's most important.
Then we'll take our last one from George.
Ryan, kind of along those same lines, the teams that have bounced back from the slow starts, is there any common denominator with them?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the belief in what you do, throughout the week, right? I mean, it's impossible to, not practice well throughout the week and go out there and expect to play great on Sunday. And I think that the teams that have been successful here, that I've been a part of, they stayed the course. They believed in what we had in the locker room. I know sometimes you wish you could play better. You wish you didn't have these bad games, but I think that sometimes the adversity early in the season can kind of strengthen a team, get you kind of calloused up for the rest of the season, because it's only going to get harder from here, right? And I think that taking a deep dive into our inefficiencies as an offense, especially myself included, I think it takes every single person to look at themselves in the mirror, come every day with a positive mentality that we're only going to get better. And I think that if you look at a pulse of the team, a lot of these guys are here because we care about what we do. And I think that we'll certainly get better every single day.
That's Ryan Kelly, and I hope that he's right. And I think that he is about Anthony Richardson. I think Anthony Richardson is a guy who takes it personally, wants to learn, understands he has a lot to learn. He's not so insecure that he's afraid to say, you know what, I need to learn. Can you help me? And I think because of that, with that attitude, I think that you get better. And I think he's going to get better sooner rather than later. And this thing is going to evolve in a positive direction, at least from the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what the hell you do on defense. Why you would expect a different result in week number 3 than weeks number 1 and 2, I don't know. But offensively, there are things that this team does well. They just got to do them more often. And Anthony Richardson, he has to read the entire field better, and he's got to deliver the easy throws accurately, really accurately.